Thank you for doing this interview. How are you?
Good, thank you for having me.
So you came back to IPW. What's that been like returning back to home?
It's been good. Good to see all the boys again. Get back into the action with my rivalry with Chad. Getting straight back into hardcore matches was a bit rough, but I pulled through and retained the title, so there's that. But yeah, it's good to be back, especially working under Rip. That's always good fun.
Yeah. Will we be seeing more people going through TVs? Because that was fun. Maybe instead of a flat TV, we can get one of those big ones.
Like a CRT or... Look, maybe not TVs because they're hard to come by.
Okay, cars.
Or cars. Windshield maybe next. Look, next time I do a hardcore match, I'll definitely try finding something a bit more interesting. Try and sway away from the normal, but probably not a TV.
I was talking about Hot Wheels. You think about a literal car.
I'll come in on roller skates and I'll hit them with that.
Right to the neck. So we saw the return of the Hardcore Championship that I've been wanting for the last 2 years. I kept asking RIP for it. And just one day I got onto my phone and I saw it.
There it is. Well, I've got it here tonight and I'll let you in on a little secret. I'm going to wrap it up in tinsel for my match for the Christmas spirit.
Well, I absolutely can't wait for that. Yeah, you need those type of interesting hardcore weapons. So what was my next thing? You know an interview's good when I have to just keep looking at this. So how do you prepare for a match like that? Because you got TVs, you got literal cars now.
Yeah, look, it's not something you can really prepare for. I just kind of put it in my head that I've got an idea and I just do it. And then I suffer the rewards or consequences after. I deal with it then. The hardcore match, the last one, I thought we put on a good show, but there was a good 3 or 4 days after where I wondered why I did all the stuff I did.
So if someone wants to learn more about your career, which match would they have to watch? Like a John Cena versus AJ Styles, they have to watch this type match.
Look, I don't know if you could find it anywhere, but if you remember Jamie Luxford. Yeah, me and Jamie used to have really good chemistry. We had more matches than I can count. The most memorable one would probably be, I can't remember the exact show or date, but I know that he was booked to verse Obi Cartel for the heavyweight title. And last minute, Obi couldn't do it because he'd hurt his ankle. I was already scheduled earlier in the night, but Rip was like, look, you guys have good chemistry, so do you think you can pull double duty and do the main with Luxford as well? And me and Luxford stole the show, so that's definitely one of my favourites.
What's one of the craziest things you've ever done in the ring?
All right.
Because you got, as a hardcore champion, I'm guessing there's a long list.
Well, there's two funny ones. Well, there's one funny one and one hardcore one. So the funny one was the first hardcore match I ever did. There's a ladder set up in the corner, and I got whipped into it. You watch wrestling as a kid, and you watch ladder matches, and they hit the ladder full pace. I was probably 16 at the time. I saw the ladder, and I was like, I'm going to charge at this at full speed. Didn't even think it would hurt because I was wrestling. I've seen it a million times. I hit it, and the shock that hit my body when I hit this ladder was intense. Then as I fell, the ladder fell on top of me, and I was just lying there going, why did I run into it so fast? But most hardcore would probably be, it was a tag match, me and my old tag team partner Grayson from Team D-Rye. We versed Josh Bruce and Wolfman. And I got thrown Ric Flair style off the top rope onto 2 trash cans that were wrapped in barbed wire.
Fun.
So.
Do all these happen in one match?
No, so the hardcore, the barbed wire was probably for 2020. The other match was way too early to remember. But that same match that I got thrown onto the barbed wire, there was also thumbtacks, string signs, and probably a million other toys.
With you owning the hardcore title, are you looking at other titles? Because of course we got the Rumble that gets you the IPW heavyweight. You also got tag team if you want to help a rising star or find a friend. Or you could go for Eugenie, but probably not.
Well, look, I guess the end goal is to to do as much as I can. So I've definitely got my eyes set on the heavyweight or the unified. But I just want to point out that even though Chad likes to say he's the youngest Grand Slam champion, I am the one that owns that title. The only difference is I never held the unified champion, so to speak, but I held the cruiserweight and the South Pacific, which got put together to create that title. So technically, I've held more belts than him to get the Grand Slam.
Well, they say in WWE, Finn Balor had the title when they put them together.
So it still counts.
Yeah.
So I still consider myself the youngest Grand Slam.
How old were you then?
I think I was 18 or 19. I started wrestling when I started training at 11, first show at 12. Yeah. And then I disappeared for about 5 years due to injuries at the age of 20 or 21. And now I'm back,
So how did you get in at 11? Because I've had wrestlers saying when they were 15 they were refused to let in, and because they knew somebody they got in.
Well, I rocked up to training, and you're familiar with Pete Hawke?
Yes.
Yeah, so he was still taking it. I rocked up and I basically begged him, and then he said, well, 12 is the minimum. And I just said, well, I'm 12. And he found out after I started training that I wasn't, but it was too late.
So you've always been breaking rules.
Unfortunately.
So about talking about breaking rules, do you have any advice for the future wrestlers? That's actually my next question. Perfectly lined up. Lie about your age.
Well, rules are there, and rules are good. But sometimes if you want to get what you want, like an 8-year hardcore title reign, you need to break some rules and piss off some people.
And the youngest Grand Slam.
That's the one. Always will be.
Yes. And will we be seeing you more in 2026?
2026 is going to be the year of Dalton Briscoe. You wait and see.
So will you be more full-time or choosing your dates?
I'll be full-time and not just IPW. I'm going to try and go all across Australia and see what I can get done.
Make a show go to Bundaberg. We've only had one, and that was not advertised at all, and I wasn't even there.
All right, well, maybe we can convince Rip.
Yes, I'm convinced him to get all the wrestlers to go 6 hours, probably plus if there's some away from the ring.
We'll hire a charter bus.
I do not want to go near that bus.
It'll be the bus ride from hell.
If somebody takes over, you got a trash can.
Yeah, I'll start a brawl on the bus. We'll get there all bruised and battered.
And I'll film the documentary.
Awesome.
Do you want to talk about your merch before we close this off?
Well, look.
Or shows?
Only match I've got booked in tonight is the Santa Rumble. Obviously, my plan is to go out and, as always, live to win.
Yes. Greatness. Thank you.